This
On.
conference will now be recorded.
Velma has a guest speaker here, and they'll give a speak, and then we'll go on with our meeting. Can you hear me?
Good morning, everyone. We have Art Rivera from Mayflower Tours that's going to be giving us a presentation on the Nashville trip that we are looking to go on next December. So Art, everybody give him a round of applause.
All right, thank you everybody for having me here today. The tour that we're offering is a 6-day tour to Nashville to stay at the Opryland Resort. Domestic tours are really popular right now. The flights are very easy for everyone. You leave on a Monday and you arrive on a Monday, so you don't have to worry about the jet lag. So going to a tour like this is really popular this time of year, especially due to the holidays and the decorations that they have at the resort. The resort is known for being a 9-acre property with glass atriums with over 1,000 lush plants. So if there are any gardeners or people that are into that here, you'd be in heaven there. Gorgeous property. One thing that's really nice is you come in and you stay at this property the entire time. You come in, you unpack, make yourself comfortable, and just enjoy your time in Nashville. While you're here, there's included tours. We go down to the city center. We do the music row. Here you can see some of the honky tonks. I believe there are over 150 in Nashville. Great area. I've been there myself several times. One of my favorite places to visit in the country. The food, as you can imagine, is just amazing. It doesn't matter where you eat there. You'll also visit the Ryman Auditorium, as well as a replica of the Pantheon in Greece that was built in 1897. Here you have the Ryman. There's the Pantheon there. Ryman is known for being the former home of the original Grand Ole Opry for over 30 years before they moved into their current location. Here you have the Pantheon. Again, this is all included in your tour as part of the package when you come in. We also go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, another place that you have to visit if you come into Nashville. It has over 2.5 million pieces of memorabilia, rotating displays that come through periodically through the museum for you to enjoy. This is another circle, another picture of the museum here. You have a full day of leisure where you can go through Opryland itself. Again, being 9 acres, they have a river that runs through the property where you can take boat tours on, go through the atriums. They have a ton of different restaurants and bars for you to go, and look at that. It's a whole city inside of this resort. It's just phenomenal. It's really like its own little city within Nashville. Another inclusion that's a real highlight of the tour is the General Jackson Showboat. It is one of the largest river boats that travels up and down the rivers, including the Mississippi. For this tour in particular, you would be sailing on the Columbia River. So you do sail on a portion around the town. They do narrated tour of the city as you're cruising, as well as a performance on the ship while you're having a meal. Another visit that you'll have on the tour is the Grand Ole Opry, where you visit one of the oldest shows in production. I'm sure everybody here has heard of the show there. That's included as part of your package as well. Here you have the stage, beautiful performance that you'll be able to visit as well. The following day, you do head on over to the Beale Mead Plantation, which was founded in the early 1800s. I believe it was 1806, and began breeding horses. They bred horses until the early 1900s, and then it became a museum, which is now owned by the city, offering tours on its history, both good and bad. But we don't shy away from topics like that. People want to talk about it, people want to know about it, and so we go ahead and immerse you in that as well. After you visit the plantation, the next day would be spent back at the Opryland Resort as well, viewing the ice show. The ice show is known all around the world. The show itself has over 2 million pounds of ice sculptures created by artists from all over the world that are brought in and put on display. There's also a synchronized light exhibit with over 1,000 lights throughout the 9-acre atrium for this time of year to help celebrate the season. Festive music is playing. Here you go here. So you'll see everything is light up and it all goes to the music. So it's all a performance as you're just walking around the property as well. One thing that's great about this tour is the cost as well. It's, we'll get there in a second. One more click. There we go. The departure date is November 30th. Again, it's only 6 days, so it's very easy for you to get away. It's kind of an extended weekend. The per person rate is $24.99 per person. If you want to travel alone and you don't want to share a room, it'd be an additional $1,449. It's a great way to travel with other people that are members of, residents of Happy Trails, and it builds a bigger sense of community for everybody. And it also helps give back to the community itself. You can go ahead and click one more. The deposit for this trip is only $200 per person, so that would hold your space on it. Your final payment isn't due until 90 days prior to the trip, so you'd have until September 2nd of next year to go ahead and finish putting your payment on there. We do, if you have not traveled with us, which talking to everyone here, it sounds like we don't have any former travelers, you do save an additional $50 per person. Oh, you get a discount too. Yours is just a little bit bigger. You'd save $50 per person being a first-time traveler, plus because you're at this presentation, we give you another $25 off of the trip as well. You do have to book within 2 weeks, but talk to Thelma, she can get in touch with me and I can always try to help you out with that if there's a reason we need to go beyond that. If you have any questions, you can either come visit me at this table here during or after the meeting, and you can always get in contact with the activities office as well. I live over in Litchfield, so if you guys ever have questions or want me to come in to speak with anybody, I'm very hands-on. I'll come in and speak with everyone if you need my help. Thank you.
Okay, just a few things. If you see some unfamiliar faces up here, I'd like to introduce some of our new staff members. First of all, Bradley Gonzalez, he's out in the field right now with our asphalt representative. They're going over some areas that need to be cleaned up and need to be finalized. Other than that, the asphalt project is pretty much completed. But I'd like to also introduce you to Cesar Villegas. He is our new operations manager. I'm sorry, DRC administrator. And then I have Jennifer Eastman. She's our new part-time admin assistant. So you'll be seeing her in the office. She'll be working part-time for us. We've also hired someone to do our bulk trash service area, and she's not here today, but she starts next week, Tuesday, and her name is Diane Hendricks. And like I said, she'll be starting next week, Tuesday, the 8th. The following week, on the 15th, we'll be going back to our winter hours, and it will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 10 to 2. So not next week, but the week after, the hours will change. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday from 10 to 2. Let me see. Well, again, like I said, the asphalt project is pretty much done. There are some cleanup areas and a few other things they need to do, and that's what Brad's doing now, walking with the asphalt representative to go over what needs to be completed. As you all seen, can you put up the Happy Trails monument sign? If you have not already seen it, which I'm sure most of you have, this is our new Happy Trails monument. Can you pull up the whole thing, the whole area? Thank you. It is completed, and if you look in the back behind you, there's also the same wheel with the same the same exact wheel. It's just they've doubled it, one for in here and one for out there at the monument. I think it turned out beautiful. I hope you all like it. We did have some snags along the way, but we are finally completed with it. So I hope you all like it. As far as updates, I don't have a lot of the updates because Brad is out there and he got called out. But I do know that there's some of the issues is the heater of the pool. We usually don't change the heat on the pool until mid-October, especially if the heat has been in the triple digits. So around the 15th of October, we will be changing that. I know it's been rough on some of you, but that's usually what we do. It's very expensive to heat those pools. So we got to do the best we can. Do you have anything? Do you want to go over anything?
Just a reminder on the political, everybody know who I am. If you don't know me, I am Sharon in compliance. So just a reminder on the political signs and flags. You're allowed a political signs in your yard, not on community spaces, not on the wall where you see them out. And the flags need to be straight out, not on the flagpole. It needs to be at a 90-degree angle. If they're like this, you will either get a letter or a knock on your door from me asking you to change that. If you do not get a letter, or once you get the letter, if you do not have it changed, it will go into a fine on the next one out. So I'm just asking you to be respectful and no profanity from either side. We don't allow those up at all. Also, if you're putting flags on your motorhomes, thinking because you drive them in and out, it stays the same. It is as if you put it on your home, because that is something that's a livable space. So you can have your United States flags up, but you cannot have your political flag flying off of that. That's pretty much.
I'll open it up for questions in just a minute. I just want to have, Thelma just has a few things to say and then we'll take questions.
Okay, I'm Thelma Ballou and I'm Activities Coordinator. So what I've got just a few things here to remind everyone of. We still have, until the end of October, all of our apparel from last year is on sale for 30% off, so go in and check that out. We still have a good selection. Also, our individual ticket sales for all residents, friends, family, anyone that comes, it's on sale now, so it's open to purchase those. We only have 10 tickets left on the first bus to Laughlin. So if you want to go to Laughlin, you need to come on in, sign up, pay your fee, and we'll get you on the list. The Arts and Crafts Fair that's going to be held, we're taking table reservations now. It's $5 a table, and that's only open to residents of Happy Trails as far as purchasing the tables. It's not like Vendors Day. This is only for Happy Trails residents. However, we do open it up to the public to come in and visit the fair. We have a paint party that's going to happen in October. There's 10 spots left on that. It's $25 each. That's going to be at NC1. We also have a new line of golf shirts, and it's called Yada. And they have, I don't know if you can see Jill, but I'm going to have her come up so she can kind of show you. This is the ladies' sleeveless shirts, and they're very comfortable. They are, if you are a small, you would need to get a medium. So they are, you want to size up on these, but this is the ladies. We have men's, we have ladies short sleeves, and we have ladies with the sleeves in there. So isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it's got a nice collar. So we do have those, and they're all different patterns. So you don't have to, and if there's nothing there that you like, we can always order it. Our first Vendors Day is November the 1st. That's the first Friday of every month through April. And then our first bingo game, is everybody excited about bingo? It's October 25th. We also have our Halloween dance coming up. We've got tickets on sale for that. And as you know, every weekend I send out a list of everything that's going on. Hopefully you all get it and read it. And if you have any questions or anything, just come see us in Activities and we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you. Couple of other things and then I'll open it up for questions. You all may have noticed that some of the pool furniture is missing. We have taken away half of the pool furniture throughout the community to be restrapped and powder coated. So that first half, once they've completed that, they'll deliver it and they'll pick up the second half. But we are getting it done. We're hoping to have the first batch here within probably the next 4 weeks, fingers crossed. And then they'll pick up the extra ones when they deliver the other ones. I don't know if you've all noticed, but the chuck wagon the carpet has been redone in the chuck wagon. We've done some painting. We put up some little bit of art and we put in new lighting. We have ordered tables and chairs. They have not arrived yet. Those will be coming also. So if you haven't had a chance to look at the chuck wagon, for those of you that are just returning, take a peek inside. I think you'll be very happy with the way it looks. And the floors on the stage back here are done. They just completed those this week. They just need to be mopped because they're really dusty right now. But we are getting a lot of things done. If you've noticed, we've also painted in here. So we've been really busy this summer getting a lot of projects done. Okay, I'll go ahead now and open it up for questions.
Hi, Sharon.
Is there a mic there for you?
Is it on? My name is Mickey Aston, Lot 13. Sharon mentioned the flags and the banners coming into the election season now. Will that be put into writing? I know it's in the rules but will you give a reminder to everybody about that to avoid some issues?
I will. We'll put it out into the blast.
Thank you.
Also, one thing I did mention is that 15 days after the election, all of that needs to come down. So all your banners, all your signs, everything needs to come down, all your political stuff. It's the same as statewide. So whatever the state requires, that's what we require also.
On the pool issue, Darlene, you mentioned it. In my 39 years here, going on 40, I don't remember the pools being this cold at this time of year. I did stop in and talk with Stephanie about it. I think you gave Brad my phone. He never called me. So I do have questions about it. I don't remember it being this cold. When it did dip cold and we would talk to Mike, he would bring the temperatures up. I don't remember seeing any communication about the pool temperatures being low, and given the amount of chat on Facebook groups, I know that people are upset with it, or they were. I wish that there had been communication. If, as Stephanie said, the cost of energy and heating the pools has gone up, and I said so has my dues, I wish that there had been some communication about it. It would have been less hurt feelings, I think, with people not being known what's going on. If you do a simple Google search on standard pool temperatures, specifically with seniors, it's 84 to 88 degrees to be a standard temperature, and I believe these temperatures you posted have been around 80. So it has been cold. Anybody with arthritis, neurological issues, who, like myself, use the pool 6 days a week for therapy and exercise, it's been impossible. So I just wish the communication had been there.
Now, as far as I know, there was something in the blast. Am I not?
Just that the temperatures were going to be
Okay.
this.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And it resulted in inquiries from residents.
Okay.
There was no explanation on how much cost savings we're going to have by not heating the pools up to a standard. So I just wish there was, again, communication.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay. With that being said,
Don Williams, lot 2364. How soon are the the tarps for the enclosures in the parking lot going to go away? It's kind of ugly.
so we don't own that property. It's owned by AT&T, and we have been on them continuously about that. They have been waiting for a permit from the state to finish what they need to do. We have contacted them, like I said, over many, many times about cleaning that area up. We do not own that property. Unfortunately, some years ago, I don't know exactly when because I wasn't here, it was sold to AT&T.
The second one over against the wall, I wouldn't think that that would be owned by AT&T. There's a second enclosure.
Oh, that's where they've placed some of their supplies. They use part of our parking lot, and we've asked them to move that, and they still have not. So we have been on them quite a bit, so they're just not following through. Okay, any other questions? Okay, with that being said, then I guess we will close for today. Thank you all, and again, for all of you that are returning, welcome back. And I hope you have a wonderful season.